Hey, Gary here with 30 Minute Marketing. Today we are taking a look inside of Groove and we're looking at Groove Mail, specifically Groove Mail templates. Today is Saturday, July 2nd, 2022, as we dive into the dashboard for Groove Mail. And to do this real quick, to see the templates, we're going to click on New Broadcast. Here you can see the different types of broadcasts that are available inside of GrooveMail: email broadcast, SMS broadcast, postcard, or letter. To send a physical postcard or letter, eventually we might dive into some of that, but let's focus on email. Broadcast name, test, broadcast category. Quite honestly, at this point, I have no idea what that does. We are going to go ahead and say next. Here you have your recipients. They belong to a segment that you created, or they have subscribed to a list or has a tag. We're going to send to a list that we have here. It actually has one person on it, and that person being me. Go ahead and say next. Here we can send the broadcast as me because it's the only broadcast sender I have set up. We're going to enter a subject. Subject is going to be test templates. In the preview, we're going to say test preview to see what that looks like when we actually send the email. Here is where we get into the templates. Email type, you have the email builder. This is the actual template section, but of course you have the basic email editor here, as well as you have the ability to paste HTML content in here. And then once you do that, you have the preview option. I'm going to go back to email builder and we're going to say compose your email. That is going to launch the templates that you have. Over here, you have different categories. And then of course you have the long laundry list of templates. Templates here, they're loaded in the background. If you select the blank template, the email builder loads, and then you have the ability to drag and drop these content boxes. Here you can drag over and you can add a title. Here you can drag over and add a block or a paragraph. Here you can drag over and add a list. All these different places here, underscored list. Here you can drag and drop an image. If you want to put that image between a list, click browse. Select from the images that are available in your image library, just like you see inside of Groove Pages or Groove Funnels. Then you would simply select an image, and that will bring that image in right there. And then you go back to content here by clicking content, and you have other options. I'm not going to go through all these options right now because you also have rows. Inside of rows, you can drag that over and drop that in. It's going to be another row here, and it's going to give you this different column that you can bring in here. You're going to bring in content. So if you wanted to add a paragraph into this section, you would drag it right there. Then you would have a paragraph block there, and then you could have a paragraph block here. So you have these different blocks, kind of like when you're building a block based web page using a block based builder, kind of like Groove Pages. And then at that point, you can change the template, you can save the email, you can save this template, or you can simply save and exit, which is what we're going to do. Then here you have select category. We're going to say default category. You have to enter the name for this email. We're going to say test email broadcast July 2nd, and we're going to click save. And then here you'll see we have the email name, test email broadcast July 2nd. You can click here for a preview. This is what it's going to look like when it's sent. Down here in the right hand corner, you have subscribe text, sender company, and sender address. Those are set up inside of your sender details when you set up your email sender inside of GrooveMail. We're going to select next. Here you have the option, if you're ready to send, you can save it as a draft. These are broadcast details, list tags and segments, sender info, and your actual message content. Save it as draft. Schedule it for later. If you schedule it for later, you can see here all emails are scheduled to be sent a quarter to Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go ahead and send now, and we're going to scroll down. Again, you see broadcast name, list tags and segments, sender info, message, content. That's what your message is going to look like. Of course, you could click on these edit buttons and edit those anytime in the process. We're going to select send now. Here you can see the broadcasts that are being sent. You can see I have a sent, I have a draft here. That was an earlier draft I was working on and I exited out of. This is the one that I sent in process. So it would behoove you, it would be a good idea, that is, to make sure that you set your broadcast name to something different than test. But if you click here on the broadcast details or the broadcast name, you can see the broadcast details, basically what we saw when we sent the email. But you can see some basic statistics here, and then you go back and it brings you back here into the actions. You can see it's in process. You could stop the email from being sent, and you can see here time and date, it's 3:48 on July 2nd. Go back to the process, it's still in process. We're going to reload this page. It's still in process, so we have to wait for it to actually send the email. And while we're waiting on that, we'll go back to the home page. And under here, you can see some different statistics as well for your top broadcasts. Again, go ahead and name those differently when you send them. You can see now that I have 4 opens. Then, of course, here inside of GrooveMail, you have contacts, list, campaigns, automations, forms, different senders. Here's where you set up your senders. And you can see here the gateway I'm using is GrooveMail SMTP, meaning I'm utilizing the built-in SMTP service from GrooveMail. We'll go back to the home page here. You can see under broadcast, if we select quick links, you can see here one recipient, it was sent at 16:47 p.m. Eastern Standard. Of course, now it's 3:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time here where I'm at in Arkansas. So it has been sent. Let's go see what it looks like in Gmail. And here is what the email looks like inside of Gmail. As you can see here, I sent it from Gary Baker, premium.groovemail.net. It arrived to my Gmail account. And this is the format. I'm a new title block. I'm a new paragraph block. The image. Here's the 2 columns, the different columns we added, the rows. You can see here that it added this sort of gray background. Then, of course, you have my name, my address. Click here to unsubscribe. That opens up the options that anyone would need to unsubscribe from your email list. Of course, the different lists they're on, or unsubscribe from all mailing lists, as well as report abuse. And of course, here under my templates, if you were to save here, you could save a template, select create template, would take you back into the email templates so you could actually create your templates before you start sending your broadcast. So if you wanted to select one of the templates that is available, you would simply select that. And that would bring up the pre-populated template that you could see here exactly how rows work. You could see how the different images are stacked together. Basically what you're doing is you're building an HTML page, or like you would do inside of the Groove page or Groove Funnel Builder. You can also see here what it would look like in mobile with the mobile option. So you can make sure that it looks good on both mobile and desktop. And then once you set that here, you would save your template by selecting the Save Template option. And then here you would select a category. You could create a new category. We'll go ahead and say default category, and we'll say test template 1, and we'll go ahead and save that. And now you can see I have a template that I can use. Here you have actions. You can edit, delete, or you can preview that template, and now that template would be available to me when I go back under broadcast to actually create a new broadcast. It's been a while since I made a Groove video here on the channel. Of course, Groove pages, Groove funnels, Groove sale, Groove affiliate. You can start for free. You can check all this out. There is a link in the description. And when you grab your free account, you'll have access to all this right here inside of your Groove account, inside your free Groove account. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, walking through each one of these options as I use them, as I learn to use them, because honestly, right now, the only thing I use is Groove pages and Groove funnels inside of my Groove account. GrooveMail, in my opinion, here July 2nd, 2022, still is not something that I would feel comfortable using in my business. I actually use GetResponse. There's other videos here on the channel to see the way I use GetResponse. Check out the video you see on the screen right now. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.